We're nearly diving in.
Oh, you're nearly diving in.
No, you are.
We're on. We're live, guys. Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome back.
G'day.
There we go. Got a nice little layout here. Look, we've got all three of us.
Love
I'm
it.
here with the Aussies, Kurt and Megs. If you're like me, watching this in the UK, you're probably struggling to watch it. I cannot. The Eurovision sports stream is not working. We are screwed.
It's crashed. It's crashed
right
already.
now. Me and Megs are relying on Kurt, who's got the Channel 4 in France, and he's loving it. Tell us what's going on.
Lucky.
Kurt.
We're lucky. We're lucky I'm up and running here in Paris. But yeah, men's 400 freestyle, as you're watching first up, obviously the big story of the day, Elijah Winnington missing the final from the heats this morning, Olympic silver medalist. But look at this lineup, Short and Martens and Wu Min, and they're the three stars, really, aren't they? Obviously, Martens took down that world record and probably the most loved guy in all of swimming, taking down Biedermann's world record.
Yeah, boy.
In the 4, so you can see Short on screen there as well. Short so close to a medal at the Olympics last year, wasn't he? And after his time at trials would have won him the gold medal. But
Yeah.
this is a big showdown. These three, Martens and Wu Min and Short. So about to hit the water.
I reckon both of them are going to go under 340. I'm going to call it.
Whoa! Okay,
Yeah, I reckon
we'll see.
two
They can push
under.
each other. They're right next to each other, lanes 4 and 5. Can you
gonna go
see
out quick.
anyone outside those three? Like, I don't know. So no false starts in this one.
Well, we had a full start this morning in the women's 400 freestyle. Erica Fairweather is out.
Yeah, Fairweather DQ.
Stop it. Really?
Had a little bobble.
Oh,
God,
So yeah, we are away. Down
we're
this,
away.
Channel 9, baby. I'm in Australia.
Hey!
Welcome.
Okay,
We'll
so
take
down
you.
first 50
Woo!
and out really quick. Martens,
Yeah.
24.77, just 0.02
Okay.
outside his own world record pace. Short, a bit sluggish, out early, but you just can't. Got to swim your own race, don't you? But certainly, I'm loving these new pop-ups. Very clean on the screen, the times and the splits, and the leaders as well.
Kurt,
So
can you
Mick's in
be
there
an
from
absolute-
Bulgarian second. Go through the
Can you-
100. Martens
just pause it for a
51.95, so 0.05 off the world record.
Kurt, can you just pause it so I get to 100?
I can.
Look, you can see where I am. I'm going to get us demonetized instantly by showing you where I am. This is coming up to the 100 term.
Oh, you're well behind.
Yeah. This is as live as I can get. This is going to be a good race. I want to be in tune with you, not 50 meters behind.
Okay,
I'm at
how
100.
about I pause it at the 200 because that'll make a bit more
sounds
sense.
good. Sounds
I'm
good.
relying on both of you.
Okay, so Martin's right on world record pace. He's just 0.18 off it at the 150.
Ooh.
Looking very, very smooth. Short comes across his lane. He's right on his lane rope, hugging it now. And Mitzen's had a really good race, obviously, world junior champ so far. It'd be a huge breakthrough for Bulgaria if they could get on the podium as well. Wu Min not far off. So I'm going to pause it here. They come through the 200.
Mitson might be a darkie for a third, I think.
Was he? You watched him at the under 23s, right? Did
Yeah,
he win
he was in the
400
under
there?
23s. Yeah, he was a big surprise. So I think he's watch out for him like in the second part of the race as well.
Yeah,
always
tell me when to
felt-
press
felt
play,
good.
Sonny, when they go through the 200.
I'm at 195. 3, 2, 1. Let's go, Kurt. Oh, we're together. We're together. We're live. I'm so
We're
happy.
on. We are on. So Short trying to make his move now. So he pulls up right alongside Martens, coming down to the 250 mark, and so too
What
Wu
did they go
Min,
out
so
in?
quick.
Yeah, it was
I
quick.
think, mate, Martens really dark 50 for Martens. His worst by far.
Oh,
Wow,
no.
So
Sam
Short here is cooking.
Yeah.
The world record's probably off the cards now. But
Yeah.
Martens has kind of gone off the boil, you think, in this third 100.
Yeah, Sam Short's really put the punch in there. They're 1.1 off world record split at 250 meters. I didn't think there was going to be 2 sub 340s. I thought that was way too excitable. All these predictions of that, Meg's included on that prediction. But I mean, it's going to be a good race.
Oh, Sam Short looks so good. Like he's really
Sammy.
into his stroke.
He
And
is.
turns in front, 0.24 ahead of Martens, back a second to Kim, then Mitzen fading a little bit now. Does Martens have anything left in him for this final 100? starting to fight back against him too. Oh, we're going to be in for a thrilling final 50.
Martin's legs are going more. There's a beautiful underwater shot we're getting, and Martin's legs are really going. He's taken the lead. Lucas Martens has taken the lead back from Sam Short. But, I mean, there's nothing in this, is there? This is a winner of a race. I think Sam's going to turn first. Yeah,
he does. Yeah, so there's only 0.06 separating Sam from Lucas, and it comes down to who's got it left. Wu Min finishing strong with a big kick as well.
Wu Min looks great.
Yeah, it does. But awesome. Martens and Short fights back. Very similar to that world title a couple of years ago against Hafnaoui. It's going to come down to the touch, but I think Martens fight back might just get him there on the wall. Down to the touch. He does get it. Martens gets it. 342, 3.5. 2 100s over Short. And then Kim. And that's... I give it to Martens. It's experience and it's cool heads prevail. Like, he really went off the boil that third 100, and then he fought back in that final 100. And sometimes it's not all about the time. It's about match racing. You see Short there a bit frustrated in himself, but great race. Great way to start.
Short went
faster than this morning. Yeah, 3:42.0. Fastest heat swim ever.
It's always the wrong move when you just go that little bit too hot in the morning. And Lucas knows what he's doing there. He's playing the race there. He's sitting back on the third 100 going, I know whatever you do, I'm going to beat it on the last 100. He's not over pushed himself. Sam Short's going to be gutted with that one, isn't he, Megs?
Yeah. What time was it? 3:42.
3. 3:42.3 and 3:42.4. Yeah.
I know Sammy Short's been doing a lot of work. Obviously trying to get back up a bit after last year, a bit disappointing from him last year, but that's what he said about himself. But I think he's just kind of has to build his way back as well. You're coming up, you know, Martens is the Olympic champ, world record holder. Like, it's not just anyone. So I think it's a positive. I think it's absolutely gutted for him, but he'll take it as a hopefully more positive kind of motivation.
Martens is pumped. He is pumped up. And so he gets the double now. Olympic champion becomes the world champion, and obviously got the world record as well. So, yeah, it's been a great 12 months for this kid, isn't it? And German swimming, middle distance freestyle, like just at the absolute peak of its powers right now.
Yeah, Germans are swimming really well. Really well. Under 23s, they were cooking too.
So random. He gets out of the pool and then gets his German flag, walks the pool, and then does a U-turn and walks back. It's just kind of like, where am I going? It's kind of a bit odd, but obviously. Does the crowd look smaller? I hear it's like a pretty small stadium. It's definitely small venue, but I think they've gone for the, pack out a small venue, create a really good atmosphere rather than have a big stadium.
And not feel it.
Yeah. So it seems to have worked out. But yeah, like Sonny said, full credit. This is the experience of Martens in that third 100. He just dialed it back a bit, let Short kind of suck him through, and then said, I'm too good over that final lap.
Yeah, soaked him up on the third 100, gave him a full sense of security, and then just took him. Whoa, that was a big... Sure. His mouth opened like this big when he celebrated. He was like...
Yeah.
I guess there's a bit of pressure, though, like, for Martens, right? He's a world record holder. And Olympic champion. Yeah. So it's like he probably wants to add that world champion.
And first world title. So, yeah, good on him, man.
He's done the sweep now, and he is the unified 400 freestyle champion of the world. Fastest ever. First under 340.
Wu Min on the podium once again. He was only 0.25 off as well. So
love to see his last 50.
Gee, Mitson faded bad, 7th.
Oh, maybe I gave him too much belief. I cursed him.
I'm just going to butt in because everyone's getting real upset about the Eurovision not working. Basically, no, look, if you're trying to do Eurovision, no luck. What you're going to have to do is put a VPN on and go to Australia, go Channel 9, and you'll get the stream. That's what I've had to do. Eurovision is done. The website can't handle it. It's over. Yeah, Aquatics GB done. You're going to have to go on Channel 9. You're going to go Aussie like Kurt and Megs. That's the only option.
I'm still waiting for mine to get
If
on.
you don't want to pay for a VPN, you can just listen to us talk about the swimming for the next hour or so.
Just hear us.
Yeah. Listen to us and watch the results sheet.
Couple of shots of the crowd. But before we get on this women's 100 fly semis, they're the results there as I come out on pool deck. I just want to. This is a great example. So, say these semis for the women's 100 fly. See here, Cocconcelli come out for Italy. Nothing gets to her, but like 58.5 to get into the semis, and then you're seeing what Gretchen's doing as the fastest qualifier. And this is why we don't need semifinals anymore at this level of the sport. Like, it's just the gap is just too far. Like, it's
3 seconds
ridiculous.
over 100.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's not required. So, like I said, we saw them this morning racing heats in 10 lanes, and I think the time is going to have to come where we take out the semis and then we give them a little bit of a taster and say, listen, no more semis, but we'll give you 2 extra spots in the final. We'll race 10-lane finals, I think. Just be amazing product, just like we saw at Swim League like those years ago, just going final. Every race
so much
matters.
More exciting.
And it makes it and you end up with a program that's 1 hour. I think today's program is not too, I think it's about 90 minutes. But let's face it, like anything over it, if you could tell me this finals package is 1 hour,
1 hour.
like all
Perfect.
killer, no filler, it's must-watch TV.
Yeah, I'm completely
especially,
with you.
Yeah, especially 200 semis. They've got to go. They're definitely got to go. It's not that exciting at all.
I mean,
I guess from this women's 100, no Torri Huske, didn't do the heats, and obviously was probably the headline act for the illness that hit the food poisoning that hit the US team in Thailand.
Well, I don't know if that's the case because Torri's anchoring the 4x1 freestyle relay later. And basically, the illness, the culprit seemed to be Claire Weinstein, 40007 at trials for the 400, didn't turn up this morning. USA announced her scratch without any reasoning. The young kid, Luka Mitrovic, swam the 400 freestyle and went 3:59 PB plus 14. So, I mean, that's got to be illness, right? So these two seem to be like the definites. Torri, the 100 fly, she can't be that ill if she's racing the 4x1. They're anchoring her tonight.
Yeah.
I just don't think she wanted anything to do with the 100 fly. That's my
as the Olympic champion. Oh, that's no. It had to be something.
Would you want to race Gretchen Walsh, Kurt?
I was about to say.
No, I think it's an illness. I think she's got one in her. That's my thoughts. Is that she's got one in her. And if you're sick, just do a one and done. See how it goes. At least you've got some safety there. I was going to say there's not that much pressure in on the relay. Of course, there's always pressure, but they're still not going to go in as favourites against Australia. So probably advantage Australia, you'd think, but you just never know. Like maybe she pulls out the race of her life.
Well, 100 fly second semi is about to dive in for me, Kurt. I don't know if you're in the same.
Just started.
Now. Just started. That's brilliant. Obviously got the second seed in this. Germany's Angelina Nicolo. Angelina Nicolo won. She's the defending world champion. She won in Doha, right? I'm correct, guys?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, obviously we speak about this is the 4th World Championships in 4 years. It does get a little bit tiring, but it's a blowback from COVID and those stats. I think there was from the entire Olympic program. I think there were 3 world champions from last year that ended up becoming Olympic champions. Cola's such a great story for Germany as well, like a late bloomer, and took her a long time. She won her first ever European title last year as well. Perkins as well looks great.
Is it Perkins? Yeah, Perkins is looking great. One up from Cola. Cola's done first in 25.9. Perkins just laid the smackdown, 56.1. I just want to clarify to everyone watching, because the world record's now 54 craziness from Gretchen. 56.1 is a crazy time. I remember in 2009, Meg should have been there when Sarah Sjostrom broke the world record at that meeting.
Oh, Rowan Taylor, loving it.
56.1 is seriously fast. And,
56.19, that's faster than, 13th fastest in history.
That's probably close to the Aussie record from...
I was about to say, it has...
Emma's is 55.7, I think.
55.7, okay.
But she's... I'll put it in context, faster than Schipper. So she overtakes Schipper, second fastest Australian all time. This kid's the real deal. And
she's only getting better with experience. She hasn't been on the Aussie team, for 5 or so years. So she's only getting more and more experience and more confidence, which is really good. She continues to step up and get better, which is what you want to see.
Who is she? Give me some context, guys. Is she a 100 fly, 200 fly? Just a bit. But where is she training? Do we know where she trains?
Oh, she's on the sunny coast, right, Megs?
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, we're
Say that
losing
again.
Megan.
Yep. I'm back. Perkins. She trains. I'm pretty sure she trains with Kaylee McEwen up on the sunny coast at USC. Yeah, and she's just getting better and better. I think with her confidence as well as being able to step up in those big moments.
Everyone's asking about the streams again. Yeah, Eurovision is not working. I'm watching it on Channel 9. If you're wanting to watch it online, Channel 9 in Australia, you need an Australian VPN. I use ExpressVPN. That's a paid service. I'm sure there's free VPNs out there that you can use. But if you want to watch it, buy yourself a decent VPN and go to Channel 9. I'm gonna throw a link quickly in the comments. But we've got. Are we going to get a world record from Gretchen Walsh now? That's probably what's going to happen right now, isn't it?
Hey guys, I'm back. I've got a feed.
We're all finally watching.
So committed.
Where are you, Megs? You're in the car driving from the where? What's going on?
I was hiking all weekend, and with the time difference, we're trying to get back, and it's now I can see Lily Price. She's a rookie from Australia coming out, so big moment for Lily Price there. First long course team, so she would take some confidence seeing Perkins in that first semi-final. Yeah, the Aussies. I mean, Gretchen Walsh is probably absolutely going to dominate this.
Well, Yufei's back.
Yeah, Yufei's back. I think training under Michael Bowl.
Really?
Tell us more.
I've seen some snapshots, some little images of Michael Bowl on poolside in the China merch.
I've seen him in the Chinese shirt, and I think that's one of his swimmers. So
wow, so Emma McKinnon to Zhang Yufei. That's not a bad little stable of 100 fly women. This is what going back to Kurt's point about semi-finals. Like, what's the point of Zhang Yufei waking up and going to 57-1? Like, what? That's not exciting. Like, the 8 girls are going to the same 8 are going to make the final. The semi is not adding a layer to this. It's just prolonging. Give us the final tonight. Let them worry about another race tomorrow. Like, we don't need to see them just do it.
I think it fatigues you as well. If you're swimming a lot of it, if you take out the semis, you might take out 3 or 4 extra races during the week that they have to do as well. So you're going to make them sharper. I don't know. Walsh, I feel for Walsh, like world record holder, then just got done by Huske in Paris. Just got played, and it's not much she can do now until LA. Like, she can win, and she will. She can win all the world titles, all the world short course titles, all the world records, be the greatest 2-lap butterflyer in the history of the sport, and she'll swallow them all up. But now it just has to keep it together until LA for her.
Really does.
I like Sonny. What arena is Walsh wearing in? I like it. The blue one.
Yeah, she's wearing a carbon glide there. That's the tie-dye edition. Wow, her first 15 is incredible. But yeah, she's wearing the tie-dye. The Chinese girl took her to 15 though, and Roos from Belgium looked really good to 15 as well. But now it's all Gretchen. Gretchen is just extending open. But I'm not predicting a world record here personally.
I think she can do whatever she wants because her world record's her personal best. And I don't think we know what she can do because Sarah's the second fastest now all time, 55.4, and she's going 54.6.
Long on the wall.
Very long. I'm hoping that she is really controlling this because she's got the relay later, and this is not because normally she's semi-final electric. She's like the world record swimmer in semi-finals. This looks really heavy on the way back.
Van Notterdijk, Belgium. She was good at Euros last year as well. Consistent.
Tied first, 56.07 from Roos. That's definitely a PB from Roos. She's like the Belgian girl can freestyle, backstroke, butterfly. She's the real deal. Like, she's really good. She's happy with that. She's got a big smile.
Yeah, huge. Almost going sub 56. Like, that's equal 9th fastest all time. Big thumbs up. That's what can you ask for in a semi-final?
She swam at under 23s. Her first name is actually Rose. So Rose van Otterdijk. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, it's good to see Belgium up there. But, yeah, obviously with Walsh, got the 7 fastest times in history.
Do you think Walsh looks a bit disappointed, or is she just kind of saving herself there?
See, everything about Gretchen in history is she's great she's fast in the heat, amazing in the semis, world records in the semis, and probably the same or a little bit slower in the final. And either they've come into this meet and they've said, look, you can't have a repeat of last year at the Olympics. You need to make sure you descend the rounds. That's our priority. You can be a little bit slower in the semi-final, but we need you stepping up in the final. There's either that situation, she's still going to go into the final fastest tomorrow, or she's had a little bit of this Stanyapura sickness that's going around, and it's clearly got some swimmers real bad. And the thing is, Gretchen's so good that if she was ill a few days ago, she's still going 56.0. She's just not going 54. So I hope she's not been ill. I don't want anyone to be ill. I think all of us just want the best swimming from everyone here. We don't want excuses or could have beens or would have beens. But I mean, I went to Thanyapura earlier this year. I sent you a picture the other day, but I got ruined. Like, it was the worst day of my life. Like, I had to fly to Bangkok, and the tunnel, like the gangway to the aeroplane, it lasted an hour. I just needed to get on the plane to go to the toilet. I was dying.
Was it food or water, do you think?
It was, look, I was in Southeast Asia for 3 months. I ate everywhere and anywhere, and I spent the day before I got ill, me and my girlfriend, we ate solely from Thanyapura, which is like 5-star and fancy. We had different meals every meal of the day, and we both got ill the next day.
Oh,
so I don't know
Lani
what it
and
was,
Peaty.
but it
and
was
Summer. Oh, Summer looks a little bit angry. Good one. Psyched. That's going to be the race of the night, obviously.
I've got advert.
It's going to be special.
Do you know what's going to be pretty crazy is the women's 400 freestyle, and the next event's the women's 200 IM.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Summer has got 0 races in between. So back to back for Summer. I know 200 IM is a semi.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that upsets me a little bit with the programming. Like, why couldn't you put the women's 400 first and swap it with the men's? But
yeah.
I say I'm with you. It's because it's not Leon Marchand.
Well, yeah, and they'll figure it out. Like, they'll figure it out. But 50 fly semis. And this takes on a whole new world, doesn't it? Because this is an Olympic event now, and this is some serious shit.
Serious speed. They were pretty quick this morning too.
They have to be. I mean, we talk about semis, but the 50s, especially on the men's side, you can't piss around.
Yeah.
I think there was a tied first seed going into the semis. There was tied 15th. 23-2 come 10th and 23-2 come 16th. Like, people are going to have missed by the smallest of margins. So you basically have to go all out unless you're a stand above the rest, which no one really is in this event. And I think come tomorrow, Ilya Karun could win this, Noe Ponti could win this, Maxime Gruson could win this, Ben Proud could win this. It really is anyone's. And it's
Ribeiro obviously got that confidence off the back of the world title.
Yeah, last year. And he was
Ponti's a beast. He loves it. I think Ponti's really one who's loved that the 50s now in the Olympics. He's like, bye-bye 200, hello 50.
Yeah. I mean, I was reading the recaps of some of the press conferences yesterday, and I was really surprised that quite a few of the athletes were sort of saying like, yeah, I'm excited at the 50s at the Olympics, but I won't change my training in any way. And I'm just kind of like, well, I think
Ponti said that.
Yeah, Ponti said that. And I love Noe. And it's like, he's like, I'm not going to do the 200 anymore, but I was trained like I was last Olympics for the 200 and the 100. And, my 50 gets better. And I agree that some athletes, that kind of works. But if you're going to want to beat these guys in the 50 fly, you have to train for the 50 fly. Because come LA, there's going to be 3 or 4 guys that solely train for the 50 fly. And you're just, you're not going to cut it. People need to accept that it's the real deal. It's a great event. We're about to dive in. We've got the Tennessee boy.
It's a real gold medal.
We've got Ceccon, we've got Ribeiro, we've got Ponti, we've got Proud. What a heat, hey? Look, this is
it's good. It's really good.
We're in. Ben
I'm
looks
behind
great.
you guys.
How good does Ben look on the start? Wow.
Well, now you're ahead of us.
Am I ahead of you?
Yeah, he might be a couple of seconds. Yeah, of course. Proud, one of the best starters in the business from obviously freestyle.
Yeah. And Noe looks great on the stroke. And we've got someone, is it Ceccon down here who looks pretty good, or the one up from Ceccon?
Oh,
I think
coming
Noe's
home
going to
fast.
get touch,
Ponti looks good, yeah.
Yeah, Noe gets a touch. Ben second. I've not got Noe's time. I've got Ben's time. 22.74 for Ben. 22.74 what Ben went is what Maxime and Noe went this morning. Noe clearly went a little faster. Did you get a time?
No, I didn't get a time.
22.72.
7.2, is that what you're getting?
Yeah, and then I got 22.81.
Wow.
So not far, man, that's quick. That's quick. What, Ponti's PB, like 22.6,
5? Yeah.
He's on.
Yeah, 22.72. So you go, just 7/100ths off his lifetime best. It looks smooth. He's got more to give. Unfinished business for him too. Like, he was the man going into Paris and just kind of didn't click right through some illness and had a bit of a interrupted prep. And he's back with a vengeance. Yeah,
he's super talented, super fast, 50-100 fly. But
we saw what he did at obviously World Short Course World Cup last year. He's all class.
And got the confidence as well. He knows he can do it. He believes in himself. Oh, that was close.
Everyone but one swimmer there under 23. So to clarify, it took 23.2 to make it back this evening. And then, so about 3 or 4 of these guys would have gone 23 something, and all of them have gone 22 except one. There was a tied fifth, 22.91.
British national record for Proud by 1/100th.
Yeah, you're right. No, it was. Wow, great job, Ben. Wow, that's really good from Ben going into the 50 freestyle. Even if his start looked great. He beat Noe to 15, and Noe cooks to 15. So
at 30 years of age too. Like this dude. I was going to say this kid. He's not a kid. He's a man. He's the poster child for longevity in this sport. What you can do when you focus on the 50s and you're doing keeping that muscle mass in the gym. And, not only is it to keep your speed, but keeps his motivation. Yeah. He's not in the pool 1,000 sessions a week on the grind. He's just doing enough just to keep in there and execute. And obviously McAvoy as well. They're the two rock stars of showing what's possible. But talking about, they just get better. Leendo comes in.
Rose looks pretty relaxed there. He looks like he's just strolling.
Michael Andrew out in lane 8. Just never know what he's going to do.
Sonny? He's wearing a white finish suit. Which one is that?
That's the Hydrox. I'm going to do a quick plug now for finish suits. If anyone wants to buy finish suits, I've been doing this thing with finish. They've been giving out their old stock for £60 a suit. That means you can get the flagship from 2018, the finish rival, both men's and women's. We're sold out of men's, so I can't even recommend a men's one. But the women's suits, £60, knee skin, closed back, open back, America, US, EU, everywhere. £60 on my website if you want to get the deal of the century and tech suits. Basically, it's the same suit it's close enough to the suit that you're seeing Michael Andrew wear there. I'm curious about Dare Rose because he obviously is known as a 100 fly swimmer. He's medaled at the world champs in the 100 fly. Didn't qualify in the 100 fly, but did in the 50. But he's going to have to drop time to be competitive with the big boys in the 50 fly. And I really wonder how his training shifted after trials coming to this meet. Has he must have shifted to being an all-out sprinter, right?
Yeah, surely.
This field's just nasty. Oh, nasty. Crusade, Caroon. I love this Caroon. Oh, he's a bad dude. He is the man, isn't he? Man.
He's got some confidence.
I think he might give us something here. I reckon he might go sub 22.5 here.
I'm with Kurt. This guy just wants to sprint. When I've talked to his coach Herbie Bem at ASU, he just tells me he just loves sprinting. He loves going fast. He just completely gave up on some of his individuals at World Short Course because he just wants to go fast. And I think he's going to go fast. I think he's going to lay down a gauntlet. I'm with you, Kurt.
There's going to be some tears after this because I wish they could all come to the final, but they can't.
Who's missing out? We've got the Greek guy, Billis, in 6. We've got Leendo up in 2. Neil, we're not even talking about Niels Castange, but he's a serious threat. Watch his start. Watch 3's. I'm in the water now. Watch 3 start. Leendo starts good. Oh, mate. Castange could have gone 16 meters there for all I know. He was on the button.
Oh, he definitely
They are ripping.
I wish they let us know which lane who's who. I want to know who's who the whole way through the race because it's so hard. Oh, who's in fourth? Four's going to sweep. It's Crusade, 22-6. Wow, much slower. Fourth down is out. Fourth down is out. There's going to be a swim off for eighth. Tied fifth in heat 1 is going to be a swim off 22.91. I'm 99% sure, right?
So what? French national record for Crusade by 9/100ths.
Nice.
22.6.
22.6, first seed into the final.
What's that like? 5th fastest in history, just behind Nicolas Santos.
Wow, the Santos.
He's
Santos
loving that.
Could have been here racing, couldn't he?
French TV's loving it. Yeah,
they're loving the Crusade. Aren't they?
They're loving Crusade. Yeah, they hyped him up and he delivered.
Hey, he just swam away there. That's going to be really good for his 100 fly going forwards as well.
But this is what happens.
That's going to be a good race tomorrow night.
When you create these events as Olympic events now, is serious. This is serious stuff. And the times are going to drop and they're going to get specialized and we're going to see some great swims. And,
Americans are out. Americans are gone.
Yeah.
Michael and Dare are gone.
Yeah.
The Americans, I really think that the Americans, not just these two Americans, but America in general, are such a world behind in the 50s. They're not specializing in these 50s. No one's really taking them seriously. They're all like about the 100 and the medley relay. And this is what happens when you don't specialize in the 50. You don't make the final at Worlds. And just to clarify, these times are fast. These times are oh, no, only 2 from that heat made it through. There's tied 7th. 22.92 is out. 22.91 is not a swim off. I was wrong. 6 from the first heat made it through. Only 2 from the second.
Karun's out. Oh, I got the mocker.
We picked him up, and then he's gone. He's done. He's out. Oh, my God.
That's massive.
Oh, we picked him up. He did
Poor
not.
Fella, he just loves to swim fast. He didn't swim fast when it mattered.
Did not love to swim fast, but not right there.
This is what I don't want to plaster over what we said, but mate, like, can we take 10? Why can't we take 10?
Yeah.
Especially in the 50s, more so.
You've got swimmers like that, and then you see the women's 100, the 100 fly or the women's 200 IM, and they're going 3 or 4 seconds slower than 8th place just to make it in the semis.
But we'll see the final tomorrow night. There's no one in the lanes. They're empty.
Exactly.
They're right there. We can just use them. Just use the lanes.
Why do they do that? Does anyone actually know what is there something behind it? Like, what is the reason for it?
I think it's just history. Getting some great behind the scenes shots here. Dean talking to Lani, and the thing with Lani here, which I'm really excited about for this 400, there's no pressure on her. It's the summer. It's Katie. Obviously, Arnie having the year off, and Fairweather disqualified. So it's all eyes on those two.
So did she fall into the pool, or she just twitched
just a
on
bobble,
the block?
just a bit of a twitch.
So she would have had to swim the whole race, knowing she probably false started.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's rough.
That's a hot final right there. I'm just looking though, just to clarify it. 22.6 is fast. You said 5th fastest of all time, Kurt. But the world record is still 22.27 from Govrov at Ceccon back in 2018. So we're still 0.4, which how much, 0.34. You know how much that looks like when you're watching these races. That's a monumental difference still. And I don't doubt we're going to have a faster final tomorrow. But I think by LA, we're going to see more and more getting close or under that world record. I think all of a sudden, it's going to take more than 22 just to make it back. But this is really good. I've just realised Dylan Carter weren't there. I'm guessing was Dylan Carter ill as well?
I'm not sure.
He was at Danyapura, I know that.
Into this 400 freestyle, thoughts, can Summer break the world record? Yes, of course she can. But there's a few things that I want to just emphasise with Summer now. And it's for her, it's a race against time. She's only going to get, I'd say, 3 shots at Ledecky and 3 shots at Titmus for the rest of her career. She's going to get Ledecky here at this Worlds, probably the next Worlds in 2 years' time, and then the Olympics, and that's it. Ledecky retires. For Titmus, she's going to get a shot at Titmus, Commonwealth Games next year, Worlds the year after that, and Olympics. So that window for her to put herself, especially against Ledecky, is the greatest of all time in the women. She will not want to waste these opportunities because they are rare.
Yeah. I don't know. I think truthfully, this should be a landslide victory by Summer. And this is Summer's first opportunity to show the form she's in. Historically, she's never actually then broken the world records at the major meet. She's normally a little bit better at trials. And she can win the races. 400 freestyle. Has she ever won it at a major meet?
No. I was just about to make that point.
Yeah, it's time. And I know I went on my summer rant. What was that?
Last year.
2 years ago? 2 years ago now it was. And maybe obviously a little bit premature, but it's time now. It's summertime now. And what I enjoy about it as well, it's making Katie better. Like obviously with her world record in the 800, sometimes that's what it takes is someone else to come through. The 400 will be good. I think Summer should do it, like Sonny said, comfortably and probably a world record, or if not close. But that 800, woo, then we're cooking. But you never write off a champion. You know, Ledecky's going to be there. And for Lani, like we said 100 times, she doesn't have to beat them, but she just has to race them. Just race and fight and compete. See what she can come up with.
Are we on the blocks right now?
Yep,
Sweet.
I'm just about to get on the blocks.
I've just dived in.
Yep, just dived in. Oh, right on time.
Have you noticed that Summer's got the Red Bull logo on her suit? Is that even allowed at World Champs? Can you have a sponsor like that on your suit?
This is a good question. I think there is room as long as it's not conflicting with a World Aquatics sponsor, and it has to be a certain. Obviously, you'd know more, but like a certain size. Yeah. Well, she's got it anyway, so she doesn't care. She's wearing the Red Bull on her thing, and they flip at 50, exactly the same. 27.35, Summer and Lani. With Ledecky just sitting behind Stalking, and Lani's taking an early victory. Lani's pushing. Lani's nothing to lose. If Lani's got 300 and blows up, so be it. But at least you're smack bang in the middle of two of the greatest swimmers in the history of the sport. You know what I mean? Like, this is a rare opportunity. You've got nothing to lose. Go for it. And she's that old school. You know, no one thought, Duncan Armstrong could beat Biondi, or no one thought, Sieben could beat the Albatross. Australians love this stuff. They love it. Summer looks like she's just skimming across the water. She looks like light and fast. She just looks effortless. She just looks like she's in a different gear to everyone else. I don't know. I'm really impressed with how she's looking. And just going back to what you were saying as well, Kurt, the 800 free is the most excited I am about a race at this meet, because obviously, I think what Ledecky done breaking the world record this year was historic and potentially one of the best swims ever. But then Summer has decided to throw her hat into the ring. And she has to. She has to come up. She has to come up to Katie. To take that crown would be incredible. But she's only half a second off the world record, her own world record at the moment. I'm really impressed by all three. Summer's taking control of the race. Lani going absolutely nowhere, and Katie's just sitting, waiting. But still, like Summer. Oof. Well, what is Lani's PB? Just remind me. They're at 157,
359
included. Like, that's fast.
Yeah,
Lani could go a big PB. Yeah, she could. And when you think about this world, like 350, like almost sub 354 now, like what are we talking about here? For anyone that knows swimming, for a great swimmer, like a good solid swimmer in the men's, to go sub 4 minutes, mate, we're having parties. We're having parties back home if you can go sub 4 minutes as a man. I think a woman is now almost going sub 354, just insane. But it looks like Katie starting to build into it nicely. But yeah, Summer still a body length. And Lani going not going anywhere, so just getting sucked along. Summer's really starting to take control of this race on his third 100. I don't think the world record's going. Maybe a championship record or something along those lines, but it would be, as we said earlier, the first major victory for Summer in this event. Obviously, I don't think it should be diminished by the lack of Arnie. Yeah, of course. No, you can only race who you can race. I get a little bit upset with the World Aquatics team, and I love you, John. But how fast you can mention that Arnie's not there. She's the two-time Olympic champion, and she will be back. Yeah. It's not a negative to be like, oh, well, Arnie's not here this year. She's taking a year off. Just mention it. It's part of the storytelling. It is exactly as part of the storytelling. And I don't know. She's smashing it.
Yeah,
smashing it.
Cleared out now.
Lani's going to have to fight to hold off Bingjie here. Bingjie is. I think Bingjie gets bronze.
I think you might be right. That was a really brutal turn from Lani.
But fair play to Lani. Lani really did take it. 157 is aggressive.
Well, you get a taste for what it takes, don't you? You get a taste of. But this is clinical from Summer, and good for her.
Bingjie could take second. Bingjie's coming up to Ledecky.
She might. What time do you reckon here? 3:56, maybe?
56. Bingjie gets second. Bingjie swims over Ledecky.
Good one.
Right. Guys, can we just be straight? There's no way Ledecky's winning the 800. There's just no way. Come on. Summer is winning this 800. Come on. Surely.
On that? Yeah, you probably think so.
I'm sorry, but that was a dominant victory by Summer. How was Summer getting beaten in the twice longer event? She come into her own on the second run. She's out of the pool. She's going to swim down. And she's going to go to a 200 IM.
She's got a 200 IM. Thanks for coming.
Look, she's not even a celebration. A little wave. I'm going to do another race.
Yeah, well, she's a pro. She knew what she had to do in the lead up.
There was no emotion. There was no like. Roar. There was none of Lukas Martens like.
Well, you've got to race again. You've got to come back for the 200 IM, and that's what great swimmers do. Ledecky, she'd be upset with that. Is there any blowout from the illness of the US? Can you cover behind that a little bit? How much did that take out of her?
US is struggling a little bit.
They are.
No one in the men's 400 free. Where's Nate when you need him? Poor Nate.
Oh, Nate's not going to be happy. So
he'll be gutted.
What's the American situation? No men in the 4-3 final. No men in the 50 fly final. They've got one back in the 100 fly final who is the clear favourite in Gretchen. And then a bronze here in an event where possibly could have got a win.
And obviously no Weinstein. I got a bad feeling about this for the US. It's kind of going to be it has the makings of a bit of a meat and a bit of the food poisoning meat for them. And they've got to be really careful just not to let it infiltrate the whole team for the week. If you get off to a bad start and everyone's feeling a bit down, it's going to take a really big effort to lift, to get your team back up pumped. Back to 3:56.26. That's what's her third fastest time she's ever swum.
Okay, that's really good. So the only time she's
lead 3:58.21.
That's a PB. That's
Chinese record.
Yep.
Yep. Takes 1.5 seconds off her PB. So good for her. She's really jumped
really
it.
Good. Really good.
And like I said, Lani just pushing it hard as we go into some medal ceremonies, which I don't agree with in the broadcast, but that's a discussion for another day.
Well, I mean, we've got time to speak about them because we've got medal ceremonies, which means we've got time to speak about them. I think medal ceremonies are really important because they're really important for the athletes. They're really important for the coaches and giving them that moment. And I do think they need to be on the stream because otherwise they feel meaningless. Like, I don't know, it's like your little moment, you hug your coach. But I agree, I don't want to watch them on a live stream.
I like them at the end. I like them at the end. And I know it sounds bad, but like, can we just bookend them all at the end? I know that I love the action, and it just gives the ability for those that just want to come in and watch the hour of action. They can watch the hour and leave, and then those that really love the sport can stay and watch the ceremonies afterwards. But I want that as well. But I feel like we need to have an ability to present these moments to these people. And I love the sport, but you best believe that if they were at the end, we're finishing this live stream as soon as the last race finishes, and we're going about our day. I'm not spending another 30 minutes watching every presentation. And I don't think I'm alone. I would rather just the swimming, but I do think it's important that these people get their moment. It's you know what I'm saying, Kurt. Like, yeah, of course they earn it. Yeah, they've earned it. They get that. I've done a million medal ceremonies as an announcer. It's special, and the anthems are especially at I don't know. I'm torn now. At an Olympics, definitely. I saw World Aquatics Championships. They've had enough. They're giving the medals straight off the race. Like, they're getting the mascot's giving them the medals.
I like that. I like that. Get out the pool, take your medal, and go. Like, and it's part of the experience then. And then it doesn't really add to the time, does it? Is it really quick?
Do you need the anthem? Like, do you need the anthem at World Championships just through protocols and through history? I've done so many of them that it's easy for me to say no. But yeah, well, here we go. Like Lukas Martens, as it's been a long time for German swimming. Obviously, through the 70s, it got really dark through the East Germans in the 80s as well, with the East German women. They've come through that. They've been pretty quiet at the start of the century, and now they're as good as they get. And that distance program, everyone wants to be a part of it. Lots of depth.
Yeah, Wellbrock absolutely smoked.
Yeah,
it
Wellbrock
last
4
week.
from 4. And I just worked with Leonie
four
Beck here at European Cup like the last few days. Her career's still up in the air whether she's going to continue or not, but she's certainly, mate, she's commentating for German TV as we speak, and she'd be just ecstatic with how they're going. And and Moesha Johnson as well, Australian with her double gold, and she's training there out of Germany. So it's what it is. It's a place to be, and it's a bit the same.
But I think it's just really good, good when you have a clear-cut program that's successful. So if you're one of these, if you're now wanting to be a great open water swimmer, a great distance freestyler, why would you not go and train with this program if they're just churning out Olympic champions, world champions, world medalists?
I've got a question for you here, Sonny. We're talking about you go to programs. You go into Germany if you want to be a distance swimmer. With Summer, she trains with Fred in the south of France. And she's let's face it, she's crushing it.
Yep.
I'm just going to ask the hard question. Does she have to go to Bob? If it's not broke, do you have to fix it?
I kind of like what Summer's done. I agree with what you're saying. If it's not broke, you don't have to fix it. I don't think she's fixing it. I don't think she's been unhappy. From what I hear, she reached out to Fred. Fred was like, she was interested in altitude training. So she looked at program she knows does altitude training. She reached out to Fred, and Fred was like, yeah, we're going to do a lot of altitude training this year. And she wanted to give that a go. She knew historically that Fred had done altitude training with Maria Belmonte quite a bit. And that's what sort of drew her to the program. And she went there and she had a great time with it. And I think she just wants to keep evolving with everything. And I think she's so young. Is she 18, Kurt?
I think she turns 19 next month.
She turns 19 next month. She's got and hopefully a long career ahead of her. And I actually was interviewed by the South China Morning Post about Yu Zidi, the 12-year-old who we're going to see in the 2IM very shortly. And they were asking me what, about her training and stuff. And from what I know, she's in the National Center. She trains with Zhang Yufei. Now, if you're 12 already training in the National Center, your training situation is going to be the same until you retire. So if she retires at 30, she's going to be training in the same place for the next 18 years. That's going to get tedious at some point. That's going to get, I don't want to say boring, but you're going to want a reset. And I think, if you look at Summer on the other hand, she trained with one of the best coaches of all time, Ben Titley, at the Canadian National Center. Then at 16, she mixed it up. She went to a high school program, or, a age group program, a club team in Florida with Sarasota Sharks, with Brent Archie. And she was training with other kids. She was training with other girls and boys, 16, 17, 18, which is important at 16, to not be training with 25-year-olds who, when I've coached age group, it's fun. You're making sessions engaging. When I coach some of the elite athletes I've worked with, Chads and Siobhans and Craigors, the sessions are very deliberate. If we've got long aerobics, we don't make it fun. We don't sugarcoat it. They get in, they get out. It's very all business, mechanical. They do their workout, they go home. Whereas with kids, you want to have fun still. And I think Summer's evolving with things. So she done a club team in Florida. She went and tried an altitude program, training with people from different cultures and different backgrounds. They have the World Aquatics program there as well. And then now at college age, she's going to go to a college team and train with another renowned coach, one of the best of all time, with athletes her age, with competition in a college program. And I think she probably is under no illusion that she has to be there for the rest of her life. That's just my take.
No, she's not going to be there. But what 19-year-old doesn't want to go live in Austin, Texas? Come on, man. That's what I mean.
Exactly.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah. I lived there for 6 months during COVID. It's a wicked, it's super fun. Yep. It's a super fun city. It's pumping, and Leon's there, Bob's there. They're all it's a killer squad. Yeah, she'll have some fun. But I feel a little bit for Fred too, because I'm just such a great such a great coach. And it's not easy to find a the right relationship with a coach.
Yep.
Some people search their whole lives and don't get it. And I feel like she's had a couple of you need a little bit of luck, but I think obviously her natural ability is phenomenal. But she's had some brilliant coaches every step of the way, and that's why she's so good at the age that she is. 100 breaststroke, semis up next. I've got some.
It was a fast heat. It was a fast heat. We had the 4th place tied the time that won the Olympics, which is just crazy.
I'm going to say this though. I thought that like the breaststroke, the 100 breaststroke at the Olympics was probably the worst individual race of the year.
It was not probably. It was
yeah.
And
I'm going to say right now, where in our sport where almost every event is peak.
Yep.
This is Captain Snooze. Like we're in a bit of a dire straits here. We need a spark, something. But this is the way. It's the nature of the sport. When you've had Peaty dominate for so long. Yep. Purple Dragon in Chin was, in that rare form, go back 2 years ago. Now it's got to kind of reset, and I think it's going to be a bit of a struggle to get back there, but who knows? We'll see.
It's going to take an outlier like Peaty was. And the fun thing about Peaty was every time he raced, you had this possibility that he could break a world record. He could do something miraculous. And we kind of lack that now. We don't have anyone who could do something crazy. Who is that? That start was mental. Wow, whoever was in lane 5 just had one of the most impressive starts I've ever seen.
Though, like obviously fantastic.
Was that Casper
as well? Yeah.
Wow, did you see it? It was incredible, right? What a start! He's been eaten up by the rest now.
So many black caps.
It's really hard. I think
too many black caps.
Yeah,
country, sort yourselves out.
27.5 there by Lukas Matsarev. I'm a big fan of Lukas and Melvin, both the German guys. They're the 2 tallest breaststrokers I've ever met. Both
Germany is having having a night. And how many times do we see this, Sonny, at meets where they get a big win early, whatever nation, and then it drops another one and another one, another one, and the confidence grows. They're like, if he's done it, then I'm doing it, then we're doing it. And Germany's cooking.
Yeah. Like it's really, unfortunately, Melbourne is not going to make it back with that, but Matsarev wins 58.9. So this is all round slower than this morning. Josh Matheny is going to get an America in the final. Unfortunately, the young high schooler who is going to Texas as well, McKean, he come 8th there with 59.7. He was 58 at trial, so he's out.
Not a bad time. Like he puts his 58.93s to like 2100s off his PB.
Yeah, which was this morning, right? So
that's where you want to. That's where you want to be.
Yeah, look, guys, we might be a bit ahead of you, but we just want to stay in line. So you can pause it and join in with us. It is what it is. We'll be on the Eurovision stream tomorrow, but I'm not going to make me and Kurt shuffle it around. I think. What do you think about the American situation? I think the American situation is so tough because it's so hard to make the team. It's then so hard to come and back it up. So someone like Campbell McKeon, he probably wasn't expecting to make world champs, or he maybe believed he could, but he shouldn't have on paper. He'd never been sub-minute. Wins trials in 58.9, and then 4 or 5 weeks later is coming going 59.8, won't get a second swim. There needs to be a solution for the US so that they can get the best people in the best form at world champs. Otherwise, they're not going to have the dominance that they once had. Their depth is now a detriment to them at world champs and Olympics versus a positive. That's my opinion.
The world's getting faster. That's a start. But it is hard. It is hard when you have so much depth and so much pressure on trials. Australia, I feel like, went through a bit of a period during our last golden era at the turn of the century, where the trials were just so big and so intense and so much pressure that they really had trouble backing up into major meets, and it was very frustrating as a swimming fan to see that, and hence why it took a while. But the trials did eventually end up moving closer to the big events. Mm-hmm. But yes, Sonny, how far down the rabbit hole do we want to go? Like, I still like if we get 10-lane finals. I'm still a big fan of if you swim a top 10 time in the world in season, and you're in a top 3 in the nation, then you should go.
Kurt, I think World Championships, I've said this a million times and I agree completely. The World Championship should have the best swimmers in the world.
At least the best 3,
Yep. I mean, at least the best three. That's what athletics has. If we've got a guy who's fourth in, like America, going 47 in the 100 freestyle, why are they not getting on the blocks to start? And this would also just allow the Americans to be better. I said, there's never going to be a perfect solution, but right now, America do not have the best situation. And there's always going to be guys who miss out. I mean, Matt here is mentioning the Shino Hoshi, 58.9 world junior record at 16, 206, 200 breast. He's not here. He didn't qualify. Then he's had this massive upcoming. He's going to be at world junior. So you always have a couple of guys that miss out. But I think what's happening with America is you've got guys missing out, and then you've got guys not being at their fastest here. And actually, what's interesting, we had World Junior Games last week. So in the US 100 backstroke men's was won in, I think, 53.0 or 53.1. We had two guys go 52 last week, because they clearly weren't peaked for trials, but now they're peaked for the summer, as you would want, but they didn't get to go to this meet. 52.5 from the fastest of them, 52.8 from Daniel Dale, the second fastest. If we don't have faster swims from the actual backstrokers here, that proves my point. We're going to have people peaking in the summer, but not making the team, and people peaking at trials, but then getting slower come the summer. I mean, I'm just thinking out loud here, but we've got Kirill Prigoda coming out.
Yeah, Prigoda back. Russians are back. They're good guys again. It's good to see, finally. Such a shame last year. You know, I hate when politics comes into sport. But, you know, Martinenghi, Olympic champ, Dong could be anything. We've seen what he can do, and that final 50 of his 200 is some of the best we've ever seen. And Dragon, I don't know about Chin Haiyang. The Purple Dragon. I think last year just took so much out of him. By far the most drug-tested athlete of 2024. And from what the stats that I saw, he was drug tested double the next most drug tested. So I think it was in the mid-20s, 24 tests in 12 months or something.
Yeah, that's what happens when you test positive, though, unfortunately.
That is a lot. That's a lot of tests.
To clarify, James, NAA is neutral athletes A, that's Belarus, and NAB is neutral athletes B, which is Russia. So we've got Ilya Shimanovic in this heat representing Belarus, or NAAA, and we've got Prigoda NAB, which is Russia. Ilya had a great start. Prigoda had a great start. We've got Viberti, the Italian, who is the fastest in the world right now for 50 breaststroke, but is not swimming the 50 here, but is just swimming the 100. So you're going to think he's going to go well. And Nicolo's the man here, right? He looks great.
Yeah, what a great story for him. Someone had to win it last year. I didn't know if they were ever going to get to the wall, but he got there first. And another Italian there. So Viberti goes through. It's like 0.41 off the world record pace. So good to see taking out quick. Dong looked horrendous that first 50. Terrible start. Has a lot of work to do, but we know he's got a brilliant second lap.
Viberti was great to 50, and then it's just gone backwards. Since the
Butler looks really good outside.
Come on, Ilya. Ilya's soon to be a dad. He's just announced his wife is pregnant. Hope he makes it back. He's sitting in fourth, so he's going to be borderline. Oh, he's going backwards. He's not going to make it back.
Dragon looks good now.
Oh, Chin wins it. 58-2. Oh, well, good job he got drug tested a load of times. He's clearly back. Jesus. They've obviously loosened up this year with him. Oh.
So 58-2 for Chin. Well, that's
he's
half a second off his lifetime best.
Yeah, he looks calm with that.
Yeah, sometimes the confidence you need.
Oh, no. Have you seen this? Jesus Christ, Kurt.
But,
oh, no, I didn't see this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got fans. Well, fair play to him. Yeah.
It happens. Well, it happened to
it happens.
Seto.
It did happen to die. Yeah.
So, got to be careful, kids.
Those one.
Yeah, just Haiyang. Everyone's always said, what do you mean? Like, well, the testing, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, so on average last year, you got tested on average once every 2 weeks. And I'm just saying, obviously with TMZ, rightly so as well. But the psychological toll that takes on you when you've got drug testers turning up all the time, and you're just like, they didn't have a choice. And I think that hurt the Chinese swimmers. You could just tell they looked.
Martinenghi got disqualified.
Oh, they went themselves. So yeah, Martinenghi probably. What are you thinking?
Double fly kick, surely. I mean, that's the most obvious thing they normally go after.
Got him on the video.
I reckon they went to the video review. Yeah. Wow. Well, that's really big. That's disappointing.
Huge. Olympic champ out of the final. He'll be filthy with that. they'll try and challenge it, no doubt. But the VAR best invention of all time for these breaststrokers. Pagoda makes the final. Matheny in there, Mazerat, Savo birdie. Yeah, that's a bummer. That's a real bummer without
Martinenghi there. Yeah.
Who misses? Dong. Yeah, Shimanovic.
Oh, Melbourne and Dong joint 9th, 59.43. Shimanovic 59.44. Really close. 0-4 off the final there. Wow. 2 Russians in, 7th and 8th. Kirill faded. This is the issue. 58.5 in the morning when you don't have to do it, and then 59.3 to just sneak in. Luckily, it'll be all right because he's in. But yeah,
just rust. Just a bit of rust. Yeah, a bit of rust.
Big PB by the British boy Greg Butler. First World Championships, 59.53. That's a 0.3 PB, which is great.
Yeah,
I thought Verberti faded, but he didn't fade that bad. That must be a PB, 58.8. So 3 58s going through. More 58s this morning. So, and then Martinenghi. Martinenghi was 58 for what it's worth. That, wow. Martinenghi.
Yeah, 58.8. That's a top. That's just outside top 25 all time.
Yeah, that's good. It's good. It's full start apparently. Hubert said it was a full start. That's the second full start. These guys are professionals. You would not expect both Erica Fairweather, a world medalist, and Nicolo Martinenghi, a world Olympic champion.
World champion. Fairweather's a world champion.
Yeah. They both are. You're right.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Olympic champion and world champion,
Getting DQ'd. Moving on the block. They held him for 3 seconds, apparently.
Yeah, it's too long. I don't like the long holds, but
the long holds are bad. I wonder if they can dispute it if there's like a noise in the crowd, a little Kaylee McEwen action or something, Wow, that's disappointing. I don't know, just like the 3 seconds hold makes me feel a little bit more upset about it. If it was a double fly kick on VAR, well, you had it coming, but a 3 second hold is not ideal.
I think it's just the nature of the sport. Sometimes you get long holders, sometimes a bit shorter.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's generally like the tech crew, if they do hold for long enough, they will have a little word to them, say, hurry it up a bit. But generally they wait if there is a bit of movement.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, here we go. First semi of the 200 IM. Summer back in action. Obviously, Red Bull, not a conflicting sponsor with Yakult or Corona. I don't see any Corona advertising in the pool on pool deck, which is understandable when you've got, Ziddy coming up, a 12-year-old racing up with Corona sponsorship next to her. I don't think that's the ideal thing. Mary Sophie Harvey, talk to me here, Sonny. Just continues just to chip away, and some great results at the end of last year.
Well, yeah, Mary's one. First of all, she's a great person, great swimmer. She, my good colleague Tom Rushton, was her age group coach, and Mary was phenomenal. I'm talking 11, 12, 13, 14. She was phenomenal. National age group records, crushing this, crushing that, and I think she had she really struggled, as women do, in that transition period, maybe that 15 to 20 period, and didn't maybe reach the heights she once had envisioned. But then now she's really having that time, and she's PBing every year, every race. And one of Mary's biggest challenges is that she has so much range. It's hard to decide what to do. And on top of that, her best events are 2 and 4 a.m. It's hard to pick which one she should do because she's got summer in Canada. So for example, she can go and win 2 breast. Are you racing?
Oh, I'm racing summer. Just, oh my God. 26.97, first 50, 0.22 under world record pace. In my mind, she blows it out here and then just eases off that last 50, having to back up off that 400 freestyle win. But you play to your strengths, and what doesn't get much stronger than Summer McIntosh and Butterfly.
I had to change channels. I was getting some drama on a 9. It's a different 9 channel. I'm back on the swimming. I was missing all the action. I just come back in on the backstroke.
Might be on the world record pace at the halfway mark too.
Wow,
outside now, 0.8. So Ella Ramsey there in second for Australia, Bacon in third.
She's got a lead that's just absolutely monumental. This is what I'm like. I think when you're an athlete who's versatile, you have to, like someone like Mary, you have to pick, coached by Greg Arcus, great guy, very funny guy, very good coach. You have to pick what you can maybe, one, make the team on, that's important, but then also what you can see a medal opportunity at the major meets. And even if your best event is the 200 IM, when you're racing up against people like Summer and Kay and Kaylee, maybe you have to look elsewhere. So that's why Mary's brought the 4 AM back, which outside of Summer, the silver and bronze are much more open.
I think that just quickly as Summer finishes off here, just clinical effort, but Claire Weinstein has the same problem. This chick can race anything from 100 to 10K. And her biggest problem is picking. And
which one?
Like she's going to have to, if she wants to be successful, she's going to have to pick wisely. But and this is, I don't know. It's like Summer. We'll check with that Martinenghi DQ overturn, but just Summer couldn't ask for a better night one. That was as smooth as it gets. 207.3, tight for second. Harvey gets there, then Walsh for Ireland and Ramsey. Bacon is going to have a nervous wait. See if she makes the final. And
I think 211's out. There's no way you get back with 211.
There's Summer's mum in the crowd as well, and they'd be happy. But I don't know, Sonny. I don't see how Summer doesn't end up just being the best we've ever seen.
She is. I don't
want to take it from I don't want to take it from Katie yet. And this 800, I think, like you said, this 800 could be the one, the rate. Like, we're not going to get another one until the next World Championships, this showdown. But if she can beat her in the 800, the world record holder, and it's going to take. I know Ledecky's the best we've ever seen, freestyler, middle distance. If Ledecky can beat Summer in this 800,
it's literally that. Look, when all's said and done, Summer will be the best we've ever seen. And I mean, she kind of already is. But that doesn't mean we take away from Katie. I think they both are always going to have their flowers. Katie, obviously, I mean, man, I've just realized 2:10 for second in a world semi-final. I don't think third gets back. I think this next one has to be much faster. But Summer, her range, her ability. Katie was uncontested in these 8 and 15s. And even the 400, she didn't hold on to. She did still hold on to it so long. But Katie, I don't think you can undo what Katie done. Like you can't undo what Phelps done, even though his world records are now broken. Katie's the same situation. But yes, Summer is rangier and crazier and faster. And when all's said and done, she'll have won it all many times over with world records.
You know what I was saying before? Like, you only get a couple of opportunities in the history of the sport. Like, she's only going to get a couple of more shots at Ledecky. She's only going to get a couple of more shots at Arnie. What does that 400 do for Arnie? Does she just sit there and be like, if she wants that triple Olympic, there's no, you're going to have to beat the greatest of all time. There's so much to, it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful
thing. That's how
thing.
Arnie operates. And even with Summer, there's so much we haven't seen her do. Like, she hasn't done the 200 freestyle at big meet. And I think she could be very dangerous on the 200 freestyle. Like, she would have to threaten Arnie and Molly, right? Like, there's no way she couldn't. But Arnie must be sitting. Like, if Arnie's going to come back, you have to want it. And so if she's going to come back, which she says she will, and I don't doubt she will, she has to be thinking, I'm going 353. I'm not just going to beat her. I'm going to beat her world record. I'm going to take my world record back. I'm going to win. I'm going to win whatever comes next year, which I don't even know what Pan Pacs, Commonwealth Games, which Summer and Arnie could be at both. Then the Worlds, and then the Olympics. So I'm going to
I don't know where Pan Pacs ranks these days. I'm not sure. No, I know for Australia, like, if you're in from a marketing perspective, from a promotional perspective, like, the Commonwealth Games is the easiest gimme of all time because the public love it. The public think it's the best thing since sliced bread. But for when Summer's in the Commonwealth, not so easy anymore.
No, exactly.
Look at the relay coming up. Molly has to be at her best for them to win the relay. I think with Huske, I think Huske is going to be where it's at.
Yeah, if she's good or not.
If Huske is not at her best, then I think Australia will take it.
Kate Douglas was 52-0 earlier.
Douglas is,
she's on. Sad she's not doing this 2 AM because we clearly need someone to race Summer because no one wanted to in that first heat. Just going back to the 100 breaststroke, Jay was right. The DQ has been overturned. Nicolo Martinenghi is second seed into the final with a 58-6, and that means Daniil Semyonov of Russia has been made first reserve. He is not going to be swimming in the final. He thought he was for a minute. They should let him have an outside lane. I don't like. That's not fair. You can't. He can't be celebrating making a world final and then they're like, nah. Give him lane 9. Give him lane 0.
No,
let him swim.
Not
Again,
happening.
The lanes are there, but it's not going to happen.
So we get Walsh in this as well. Kinder for Australia, and then we get the kid, 12 years of age, Zitty, first ever World Championship semi.
This heat on paper is way better. Other than summer, this heat on paper is way better than the last. We could get the 2 Chinese into the final. We could get Abby. We could get, obviously, the Australian. We could get Alex. We could get Gorbenko.
Oh, my goodness.
Is that a 12-year-old winning?
Yeah, outline. Just like, who cares?
No.
Have a go at this. Nah, she's faded a little bit, but still. Awesome first 50.
What does this mean that we've got a 12-year-old taking on
Underworld record? So 27.05, 1-4 underworld record pace.
Wow. Yiting is smoking this out. That's even faster than Summer went. I mean, I work with Nastia Gorbenko. She's a phenomenal athlete, very rangy. And this 12-year-old is going head-to-head with Nastia right now down the bottom of our screen. I can't believe it. Abby Wood had a great backstroke underwater, and it looks like Abby's taking the lead, right?
Yeah, maybe
No, Nastia
Walsh
has. Come on, Nastia. Come on, Nastia.
Walsh just in front of the halfway mark now, world record well out.
Yeah.
Gorbenko in second, Wood, then the 2 Chinese. Yiting's been at 207.
I think both Chinese make it back, you and you. Yiting and Peaty.
I think we'll see. It's a tough get, like, for I don't care, like what you say, like for a 12-year-old, physically, even if you could do it, like just psychologically, first ever big meet, it's such a huge moment for you.
12 years old. Nastia looks great here.
What were you doing at 12? Like,
I didn't go sub 30 for 50 freestyle. This girl's going to do it on the last 50. So I'm glad to see Nastia looking so great. Obviously, she was the reserve for the final in the
Wood looks good too. Like Wood's building this race really nicely.
Yeah.
Obviously, plenty of experience for her. But look how spread out they are.
Alex with a super low breathing there. Alex looks like she's pulling away. I'm not getting great shots. I'm getting super close-ups of 1 or 2.
Yeah, I got some good shots. Alex looks really comfy.
Alex does look really comfy. Abby's just holding on. She's going to probably get 4th.
208.49.
Japanese closed really well. What happened to the Australian? The Australian went 209 this morning, 211 tonight. Australia have had a good night, but that was not a good second swim from the Australian there. Really disappointing for you guys, Kurt. But she was 209.5 and then
Kinder
211.
Didn't have it, and that's disappointing.
Wow. Sorry to see that. Cool.
But yeah, for Alex, good on her. Comfy through, but there's levels to this game, and a fresh summer is what
Summer's got no competition. No offense to the others, but this is like Summer just has to do nothing stupid and she wins this. She doesn't even have to go all out. Just to clarify, her best time is 2:05, Like,
I don't know.
Summer has a 1.1 second lead going into this final. Alex second, Narita third, Nastia nicely into 4th, Abby, Mary. Oh, Zidi makes it.
Zidi made it, did she? 2:10.22.
In the World Championship final.
One. Good on her.
Look at the year she was born. 16th of October, 2012. She closed in 30.07, the fastest of the whole field to lock her space up. Oh, my God. There it is. Zidi. Yiting, the Chinese more experienced athlete, still young, 19, did not make it back. Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow. What are we looking at here, Kurt? What are we looking at?
Well, where do we
has been overturned.
Where do you draw the line? Like, and people love to talk about, she's 12 years of age, this, that. And I'm like, I get it. And you can just do stuff in China that you can't do anywhere else in any other country, really. And that is, you can pull them out on talent programs at the age of 6, pull them out of their homes, stick them in, the full school and the full training, 3 sessions a day. And whoever doesn't make it, and whoever survives it, makes it. And, you don't make world championships at 12 because you just popped up, 1 year ago. She's been in the program for 5-6 years already. And this is what China has on their side. When you've got a population of that size and the government runs the show, then there's no two ways about it. The Western world can't do that, can they?
You couldn't even, as I said, she's training with the national team. You just can't. A 12-year-old can't swim in the national team in the UK. There's too many things in place to stop that happening. There's just no way it happens. But someone just mentioned this. Look, did you see that Gretchen is out of the relay lineup? And we look at the American team. We've got Simone, we've got Kate, we've got Gemmell, we've got Torri. Gretchen has not been used. So there's definitely some illness going on with Gretchen. She looked heavy in that 100 fly. I don't think she was taking it easy. And the fact that she's not in that 100 free relay, she's definitely one of the unfortunate ones who's come down sick, right? That's the only... she's doing a great job just to make it through the rounds. And
that's a big... if the US could upset Australia in this race after that, obviously with that, as well with Huske, it'd be a win for the ages. I don't see it happening. Medal presentation here for the 400. Ledecky, she went to the wrong. She went to the wrong podium. She went to silver. What? I think Ledecky came out first. I have no idea why. When she got, no, she went to the wrong platform. Anyway. Lee, for China, what about her final 50 and personal best? Awesome result for her. And then Summer straight off the back of that semi-final, straight into a medal ceremony.
Yeah. They're keeping her moving,
and
aren't they?
Red Bull loves you.
I'm not getting the ceremonies. So is she wearing some Red Bull merch on the podium?
No, she's got the same. You got the logo at a minimum size, and I think from memory, you're allowed one logo on your tracksuit, maybe, and it may have come at the expense of the brand of the tracksuit.
Yeah.
Whereas, tier for the US, I think they've just taken the. Oh, let me double check when she comes and gets her medal in a minute. I think she has her own tracksuit where it doesn't have a brand logo on it; just has the Red Bull logo.
I'm switching streams so I can hopefully see the presentation because I've got the she does. She has the Red Bull logo on the Team Canada wear. That I wonder if Wiffin has that. I wonder if we get to see Wiffin on the podium to see if he gets that as well.
So Speedo on her Speedo on her tracksuit, on her leggings.
Yep.
Tracksuit pants. Yeah, Ledecky forgot the results. I think she thought she got second.
Wow.
And there's her mum, Jill. World champ bronze medalist, 200 fly back in the day. She's, what do you say? He's, she's just a talent. She
is
big. Well, the future's arrived.
Yeah, 100%. And look, we talk about the coaches she's had, but she had Ben Titley, one of the best of all time. She followed it up with Brent Arkey, clearly a brilliant coach. Then she went to one of the most famous, notorious coaches with Fred Vanu, and then she's moving to a new era with Bob Bowman. She's not been in bad hands, has she? I
think it'll be. You know what? There's some pressure on Bob here.
Yeah.
With Summer coming in now, because is this the first time that he's really had an athlete that has been at the top of the world then comes to him, rather than him build up? Obviously, he took Phelps from a kid all the way through. He really took Leon to a whole nother level to make him reach his peak. Summer is now, obviously, her ceiling could be anything, but she's coming in at the top as the number one swimmer on the planet.
Yeah.
That's pressure on Bob. And I think Bob will love that challenge. I think he'll enjoy that as well.
Look, I can't even worry about Bob. He's clearly delivered with so many swimmers. And in that 400 IM, I don't know how you do it. You have, basically he's going to have the three. If he'd had Ian Thorpe, he'd have had the four freakiest talents in swimming. Phelps, Leon, Summer, and Thorpe. They've got to be the four freakiest talents the sport's ever seen, right? Maybe Dressel as well. But Yeah, he's had a good stable, that's for sure.
Yeah, but you should see what Summer. What can she do? The eight's the one. So if she adds the 8, 4, 8, 2, 4, 2. That's what 5.
It's a lot of racing.
It's a lot.
Oh, wow! Look, I was actually right about something. They're saying 9-lane final in the 100 breast.
They're listening to you.
They're listening to me. They got to the 9th lane. Here. Look, they tuned into us and they thought, you know what? These two guys have got a point. Let's just throw the Russian guy in lane 0.
Yeah, why can't we do a 10 lane? Get another one in there.
Just get. Well, there'd be a swim-off for that. There was joint 10th, but yeah. I think Bob could do it on a cold, rainy night in Stoke, no doubt. Bob could do it. Bob's done it. Oh, and here we are. I'm loving the broadcast. The broadcast looks clean. There's new graphics everywhere. I'm glad we got the broadcast after an hour of waiting in Europe. But what are we thinking then? So we've got Simone leading off against Molly. Then Meg v. Kate. Kate looking hot this morning. Miller Janssen versus Gemmell. And then Wunsch, the youngster from Australia versus Torri Huske, who we have no idea about, an unknown entity at this point from the American team. And who else we got in there? Who else? I mean, the Russians will probably be fast. We've got Beryl, got Sarah Curtis leading off. I don't really know who to call for bronze there, to be honest, Kurt.
I would say, the Netherlands. They got the anchor. Netherlands look good.
Yeah, you like Netherlands. Fair enough. What they got? They got Merritt on the anchor.
Yeah, Merritt. Merritt's bad. Like she's nasty.
Okay. Well, we'll see. 2 races to go. The world record is not going to be under threat. Who's the world record for this? Kate Campbell, Emma McKeon, Molly O'Callaghan, and who was the 4th? Shayna Jack on the world record. Do we know? Probably on the start list.
Yeah,
not on the start list. It was a ridiculous team. It was a superpower team, wasn't it? 327. We're not going to be a far cry from that. But I'm the men's 4x1. I really do think we finally get that world record. So it was a crazy world record. It was obviously 47.5 from Phelps. Then it was Garrett Weber-Gow. Then it was Colin Jones, and obviously 46.0 from Jason Lazak at the end. Laser bodysuits back in 08. I just think they've finally got the team because Jack Alexi can lead them out in 46, which you desperately need. And then you've got 3 guys that went 47.5 or quicker this morning. I think they do it.
You know what always weirds me out was when I was there Sydney 2000 when we won the 4x1 on night 1 and Klim world record lead off, and then obviously Thorpe over the top of Gary Hall Jr. And I thought, that's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yep.
And then 8 years later, to see like Lizak, I was like, that's the greatest thing. I didn't think it was possible to beat it, and it did. And it's and I know it's like that that national pride. But wait, I think that still is the greatest relay swim I've ever in my life.
It is. I don't think that's even up for debate. I think it is. I think everyone agrees. I think it was a very special race. I think everyone remembers watching it. I think everyone's watched it since. I remember, every kid in the pool back in 08 was like, I want to be Lazak. They wanted to be Jason Lazak. They wanted to go 46.0. He was the freaking icon. And it's clearly why that world record is, Caleb Dressel's been on teams. There's been some super teams from America since.
So US coming out here now. Pressure on Simone. What can she do? There's been a lot of question marks. I know 1 lap, 2 laps. Didn't look amazing this morning. So no Walsh and Huske under a big question mark. You would have thought if they had at full strength with Walsh and no Thailand troubles, they'd be a massive chance here. A massive chance.
There'd have been a lock. In my opinion, there'd have been a lock. I mean, Simone, what's the reasoning by putting Simone on the lead off, not Kate? Kate was 52.0. Would you not have just got a nice start with Kate? Simone, they're given a chance against Molly.
Experience. And Molly loves a lead off. And when it comes to Molly O, who knows? You can get absolutely anything right here. What's his 7th fastest, 8th fastest in history? 50, just almost sub 52.
Molly's at the back of the field.
Oh, look at her shaking. Look at Molly shaking.
Oh, are you? I'm in. I'm going to pause it. Wow.
Yeah. Molly shaking. So
tell me when you dive, because I've already seen the first 60 meters.
Wowzers.
Yeah, I've switched. I've got the good stream now. I'm on the Eurosport stream.
I'm on the slow.
Yeah, that's all right.
So they're in, diving in.
Tell me when you're in.
I'm in.
I always like the relay because it kind of gives you a little bit of a vision of how good people are, what form they're in. You get to see a lot of people go. Tell me when you turn at 50, Kurt. So It's always nice to see the form.
Yeah, great, mate. Simone, great first 50.
Yeah. I mean, Simone probably won't have an individual race in the 100 freestyle, so maybe that's why she wanted to lead off as well.
0.41 under world record pace, 25.22. Netherlands out quick.
Molly was nowhere at 50, and then Molly is everywhere.
Back now.
Oh, Molly
75.
can finish. Molly can finish 100 freestyle.
Oh, look at Molly coming now.
Oh, one girl sub 53. That's not great.
Just eating them up.
It's not fast.
Manuel did pretty well. Stuck with him.
It's not that fast. 52.7 and 53.0. It's not that fast.
Only 0.3.
It's not fast, though. Why isn't Shayna Jack on the team? Because she didn't swim fast enough at trials to make the team. That's how it works.
Yeah, you got like Miller Jansen here. She's the next, once she's been around for a little bit now. And Miller Jansen's the one to take the next step. And what she showed this morning, she looked red hot. So
she looked good, Miller. Yeah, okay. Well, she's pulling away from Kate, and Kate was fire this morning. Kate was 52.0. Either Miller's going to 51 or Kate is not going as quick as this morning, right? I think Miller's going to extend the lead over Kate. I think Australia win this. There's no way now that they don't.
Yeah, Kate. Douglas looks like she's struggling a little bit.
That was a 51.9, I think, from Miller, to be fair. They both just went 51.9. They both went 51.9. Kate, Mila Jansen went 51.9. You said it, yeah. She's
really
she's good. And Douglas was 51.9. They stayed 0.3 apart, so 51.9 from both of them. And now we've got. Oh, was this Miller now, or was that was Meg, right?
Oh, it's Megatron that was in second. Sorry, I didn't see who was in.
51.9. Now it's Mila versus.
So once is going to anchor.
It's all on Huske. What has Huske got for us? Is Huske ill or is Huske hot? Oh, God.
Huske versus Swanch and the anchor.
Huske is going to have a big
Miller with a massive third, like Miller with pretty impressive third.
0.61. Can Huske take 0.61 off the young Olivia Swanch? Oh, she can. Oh, and she's going to. I think this is America. I'm sorry, Kurt.
What?
This is America. No, Kurt, look what I'm watching right now. This is America. I say it's already America.
Really?
Wow. Huske wasn't ill. Huske just didn't want to do the 100 fly. Huske just wanted to win this relay. I'm sorry, but what else are we seeing here? Huske wasn't ill. Does that look like an ill Huske? Does that look like Huske's been ill?
Not in the first 50, it doesn't.
Oh, Wunsch can close. Wunsch can
Wunsch is coming.
Wunsch can finish the race.
Wunsch, come on, Wunsch.
Oh, no. Don't tell me that she's going to come back past for the win. This is really close.
Oh.
Wunsch is taking it back.
Wunsch.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's going to eat you for Wunsch. Nom, 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 nom. Nom, 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 nom. Wunsch is coming. Wunsch is coming. Go.
Whoa.
Oh, Olivia Wunsch. Oh.
What just happened?
What a swim.
Torri took the lead, and then Olivia took it back.
Olivia Wunsch, take a bow. Aussies are loving it.
Wow.
Oh,
What
Huske.
just
She
happened?
just went out too hard. Chris Mooney, ecstatic.
Wunsch is wearing her cap sideways. She's crazy. She's got your coat on the back of her head. I've never seen anything like this.
She was so short. Her stroke looked so short that first 50. Good on her.
What? I can't believe that, Kurt.
Oh, wow.
Olivia
Wunsch comes of age on the world stage. And that's what it is. This kid, she's been the last few years coming through as, the next generation age group champion, both domestically and internationally as well. But to do that, obviously taking over the mantle of this women's 4x1 that's become an institution for the Australian team for so long now. And for them to win that one, once showing experience beyond her years.
And Kurt, I want to give you props. You said Netherlands were going to come back and get bronze with Marit. She split 51-6 on the anchor for Netherlands to get the bronze medal. I'm just waiting for all the splits, but Tom just texted me that from poolside. 51-6 Marit on the anchor leg there for a bronze medal. I want to know what Wunsch split. I want to know the splits there because Torri just got so excited on that first 50, didn't she? It looked like it was game over.
Had a lot of Gary Hall about it, didn't it? That first 50. But yeah, I also on the flip of that, I didn't think Wunsch didn't look so good that first 50.
He really didn't. These splits are not freaking loading. Give me the splits. God damn. I need splits, Kurt. What's your 50 fly PB, Kurt? Mine's 25-0. 05. 25-05, 5-year-old.
Sorry, I only swim 53.
You're he only does the one length free.
That's all I do. I don't do tumble turns.
Oh God, I'm still not got splits. I still don't know what's happened. I'm seeing the Australians celebrate. Olivia Wunsch is clearly sponsored by Arena because she's got an Arena suit on, but she had the Arena cap sideways. She doesn't know what she's doing, but she does know how to swim the second half.
I'm getting French interviews. So
that was the best race tonight so far, right? Are we in agreement?
Best as in close.
Yeah,
I thought. I think Summers 400 was a clinical display to do that to that field. Was just for her, historic for her to win her first major 400 title. But yeah, that by far that was a beauty of a race. That'll bring the fans back.
Well, what do you think about this night of racing so far? Hasn't been the fastest. Again, no world records, no championship records. What do you think? It was kind of expected in the events we've had tonight, or would you? I like seeing the fast swimming. Would you like to see a bit faster in a couple of the events?
I thought it might be a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Especially in both the 400s. I think sometimes as swimming fans, though, we just take it for granted.
Yeah, we get carried away. There's no doubt about that. It's like, and when there's a world record holder in the field, you're kind of like, well, there's going to be a world record, and that's really not the case when it comes to winning these high pressure meets. But regardless, I don't know. I just would have liked a little bit more in a couple of them, especially that men's 400 freestyle. I mean, it's a shame when you get the winning time slower than the morning time. That's always a schoolboy error. Let's have a look at the 4x1. People are talking about Pan. Everyone wants to know about Pan. Is Pan starting? He's not. Pan is anchoring China. So lead-off legs, we have Carlos D'Ambrosio from Italy, who went 47.9 lead-off this morning. We have Jack Alexi, obviously been a 46 this year, going up against Flynn Southern, and of course the young star Jacob Mills from GB. This American team's hot. Jack Alexi, Patrick Salmon, 47.4 this morning, Chris Giuliano, Johnny Culo. It's really a stacked team. Australia, a good team as well. Kai Taylor was quick this morning. We've got Giuliani, and of course got the man, the anchor man, Kyle Chalmers. If you want anyone on your anchor, you want Kyle Chalmers, right?
Chalmers just continues to impress me. His ability to reinvent himself. And obviously, he's about to become a dad. He's got his farm up and cooking there in the Adelaide Hills now. And he's got his new coaching team around him. He is loving it. He's just he's loving it. And he's doing it on his own terms. When Kyle's most dangerous when he's at his most relaxed and happiest. And I don't think he's ever been happier in the sport. He's loving life. Well, surely give us the back of the Australian papers tomorrow morning. Lunchtime. Yeah. This is great. Australians love a tradition. They love history, and it doesn't get any better than this women's 4x1. Like the record speaks for itself.
Yeah, they've dominated it for so long now. It's been their event. It's been their bread and butter, and it still is. And I feel a little bit disappointed. As I said, it's hard when you have these mishaps, but I just feel like we could have had more from America with Gretchen. We could have had more from America. Torri, we're going to look at the splits now, but Torri's looked really good in the 100 freestyles this year, and Torri split 52.8. It's not that bad. Once was 53.0. It was just that Torri went out in 24.7, which made it look different to what it was. But Australia were 52-7, 51-8 from Meg Harris, 52-8 from Mila, 53-0. Great splits. Simone was 53-0, 51-9. Erin Gemmell 53-1, which could have been a lot quicker with a fit Gretchen there. And obviously the fastest split of the race, Marek Steenbergen 51-6 there, anchoring that team. So
Marek is serious for this 100. Obviously Sarah heavily pregnant now, and her ability to come back is, why not? She can come back. She can do it.
I'd love to see this. We've got a really good young lad on the lead off there, just walking out now, GB, in matching suits. I love the matching suits. If I was doing a relay, I'd want to wear matching suits. We've got Jacob Mills leading out. He's a young lad, 17. He's been a 48-0. He's got the individual spot of this as well. And then we've obviously got Matt Richards, we've got Jacob Whittle and Duncan Scott. So this is a team that can get a bronze medal. I really think they can get a bronze medal.
Yeah, it's a good team. This young kid, I like nothing fires you up like a good young kid as well.
Yeah.
Don't know how good, he can take massive gap. He can take massive time off because he just doesn't know how good he is. This Canadian team, not too bad.
They've got a good team. They'll be. I think the bronze fight is going to be Britain, China, and Canada. I don't like. You never really know with China. If China have a 45 anchor from Pan Janla,
Pan, dude,
Pan can win it all. Pan can just take a win.
He can. But Pam, mate, surely got a stylist. Your hair's better than that. You got to get your hair better than that, brother. We got to get your hair going. He's got the broccoli.
Apparently, Walsh was initially on the street, and then Gemmell had to replace her, so that's not a good sign. And if China get a 45 anchor, then they can medal. That's what happens when you have a guy that can go 45. Like you can win the race. Like. Pan can swim over everyone. If Pan's on his best form, he can swim past everyone. This is the race I'm most excited. I actually love this race. I think this is the best relay. I think this is the most exciting. I love the men's 4x2 because Britain are so good, but I just love this race because it's just I don't know. It's, as I said, you get to see, is Jack Alexi on? Is Chalmers on? Is Giuliano on? Is Pan on? Are the British boys on? It's just such a great race. Ceccon's racing, what are we going to see from all the boys here? It sets up the rest of the week for so many events, and I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, why can't the US just go ballistic here? Why can't they?
They can. They really can. If they get a 46, I think the world record goes. If they get a 46.99 lead off from Jack Alexi, I think they break the world record. But everyone on this relay except Jack Alexi, we've seen already swim at this meet, and they're good. So as long as Jack Alexi has not been ill, then I think this world record goes. The only interesting call is they brought Giuliano in, and they took Destin Lasco out. And Destin Lasco was fast this morning, 47.5. Didn't get
Giuliano on his. Giuliano can go.
All right, are you on the blocks, Kurt? Because I'm fired up for this.
Yeah, Southam leading off for Australia.
Are you in?
No.
I'm on the blocks. I'm taking marks. Where are you?
On the blocks. Take your marks.
Yep. All right. Go. Come on. I want to see Jacob Mills go 47. He's a really good kid. We've got some really good young lads.
I'm like 5 seconds behind.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it for 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm with you.
All right, I'm about at the 25.
Yeah, we've got some really good kids. Up and coming.
Alexi. Woo! He's just got that, his ability to generate power. He's so powerful. 22.36.
Whoa.
0.95 under world record pace. Alexi, what he's gone sub 47 once. 46.99?
Yeah.
In Indianapolis. Mate, this is going to be surely 46 something. Come on, brother. 46 something. 47.24.
Wow, that's good. I think the world record goes. I'm still on for this world record. I think it happens.
Well, at the end of the day, there's less than 15 guys that have gone that quick in the history of 100 freestyle. Yeah. He's one of them, obviously, but still, just goes to show how quick it was. But yeah, world record split, still 14 100ths, just outside. Just got to stay consistent. Italian's doing
really
well.
Good. Italy looking really good in right there with Australia, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Australia's just got to. You just got to give Kyle a chance. They know that. Give Kyle a chance. Give Kyle a chance.
Yeah.
And look at them just sitting right on their shoulder. Gee, the Aussies would be happy with where they're at right now, only half a second behind. So great second lap. So it has them back under the world record pace at the halfway mark.
America are getting this world record. America are getting it. They look phenomenal.
They look good.
Are you on the? I've gone forward in time. I'm on the fourth leg. Where are you?
On the fourth leg?
Yeah, my thing refreshed.
Damn, I'm only on the third leg.
Tell me when your fourth leg dives in. I'll pause in. I know exactly what's going on.
I like they're well under world record pace, almost a second.
Yeah, almost a second. Are you on the fourth leg now?
No, not yet. I'm way back.
Jesus. The suspense.
Oh, wow. Italy just having a ripper of a race.
So
coming down here. So fourth leg about to go in now.
Yeah,
so half a second under world record pace. Chalmers goes in 75 100ths behind.
Who's Chalmers against for America? Chalmers is going to win it.
Oh, my God.
Calm
down, brother.
The world record. Chalmers
could first 50.
Oh, Lazak's gone. Lazak has gone.
No.
Lazak's
Surely
gone.
Australia can't do this.
Coming. Chalmers is going to win it for Australia.
Chalmers with the biggest turn of all time. No, Chalmers. Oh, no.
Chalmers.
This is unbelievable. What time are they going to go?
It's not a world record, but it's not even
close.
close.
Kyle Chalmers. What about Australia? 1-2 punch. America's been pantsed. Chalmers you just had to give him a chance. He destroyed them.
308.9.
308.97. New national record for Australia. Fastest Australians ever.
There he is. He's on.
Kyle, you're a bad man. Boxall's loving it. Mooney's loving it. We said Kyle is loving his swimming more than ever. And he just did that easy.
Johnny, 46.5. Kyle Chalmers. 46.5. Oh.
Nuggets loving it. Double thumbs up. That is one of the great upsets. If you would have told me before the meet started, these guys were going to come in. Look at the look on Rowan Taylor, the head coach's face when he sees the split. Classic.
I don't want to say this, but this has been a real negative night for USA and a real brilliant night for Australia.
Huge night for Germany. Huge night for Australia. Huge night for Scotland. But the relays are special. And for the US to drop both 4x1s, has this ever happened before?
I don't know. You've been around longer than me, Kurt. So if you don't think it's happened before, I don't think it's happened before.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time in this format since the US has dropped both the men's and women's 4x1s on the opening night. But Giuliani to get it, they just had to give him a chance. This is a bit of a ragtag team. To bring Giuliani into that, obviously more a 200 specialist and a 100 specialist.
Kai Taylor,
obviously the son of Haley Lewis.
They're two
South comes of age and massive, absolutely massive. And you can see the joy on Boxall's face with Taylor. He's like, And
Australia are on cloud 9 right now.
And Kyle looks like he could do it all again. Look at Boxall just giving a kiss to Kyle. I love you.
I love you.
Oh my God, you're my favorite.
Oh my God. That was a ripper of a race. I just can't believe it.
Giuliani, good for him too. He's had it, he deserves it. They deserve it. They just had to give him a chance. They know they've got the best in Kyle at the end. They just had to stay close, and they did.
Look at these splits. Oh, sorry. Italy beat America. What? Have I missed this?
Wowzers. Can you get a zoom in on that?
I don't really know how this thing works. Nate normally the guy. No, that just got rid of us. That's no good. I want us back.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Right, so I'm going to read through the splits. Australia, the winners, championship record, Oceanic record, 47.7 Southern, 47.0 Kai Taylor. That needs to be talked about more. 47.6 Giuliani and a 46.5 with a 22.0 flip from Chalmers. Second was Italy, 0.6 back, 47.7 from Carlos D'Ambrosio, another PB. Who is this guy? He's fast. 7.1 from Ceccon, 7.3 from Cesare, and 7.3 from Frigo. In third, the Americans, who I said were going to break the world record and was absolutely incorrect. That's 47.2 from Alexi. That's Patrick Salmon, 47.0. Great first 200. Giuliano, 47.4. Kulo, 47.9. Oh, no. And then in fourth place, a 48.5 from Mills, a 47.3 from Richards, a 47.6 from Whittle, and a 47.2 from Duncan. And we all want to know what Pam went. Pam went 46.6. I think he's in form this meet. That's a good anchor leg when you're only going to come fifth. He didn't need to do anything crazy there, and he still went 6.6. 7.0 from Liendo, 6.6 from, they're the splits. That's the result. America, third. I think this Stanyapura training camp has not gone well for the Americans.
We discussed that the US was the last time the US lost the women's and men's 4x1 at the same meet. When has Australia ever won both at the same meet? I think that could be the first. Like, whoa, Chalmers. I wish we could have a replay, but just clinical. You saw his first 50, and then his ability at the turn, and how do you reinvent yourself as Chalmers every time? You go out faster because you know he can come back. So if he's out fast, don't worry about the second lap. It's still, but just if you can get a replay, you'll get a replay of this on YouTube in the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
Go if you're a coach, if you're a swimmer, whatever you are, go back and look at Chalmers' turn. At this level, under that pressure, absolute just perfection.
Just clarify splits, 22.0 from the feet to the feet, and then just drove off that wall and said, goodbye, it's done. Accelerated to 75, 24.5 on the back half, 46.5. That by Kyle Chalmers was special. That was special by Australia. I think we're not talking enough about Kai Taylor going 47.0. That really gave them a chance. It really did, Kurt. Like, you need that 47.0 split. Otherwise, you don't give Chalmers that opportunity.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you just got to be close, and that's always you think what Chalmers tells him. Just get me close. Just get me within a second. Because 0.75, he's like, just anything under a second, I got this. Because he didn't just win it; he won it going away. Like he was gone. Like that was no doubt. That's for sure. But yeah, the whole team, like for Giuliani to come down there and from a 2 to the 1. The US, this is a massive test for them now to come back from could well possibly be one of their worst opening nights in recent memory at a World Championships. That's for sure. But don't take nothing away from the women as well. The women was a great, once to deliver that. Chalmers, you didn't think that you could top that race as a finish, and the men's was almost on equal, if not better. So, what a start for Australia.
When you're a coach at these meets and you're the head coach of a big federation like US and Australia, you've got to make selection of the best 4 people. Not only have you got to have the best 4 people for the final, but you've got to order them to get the best out of them. And for some people, that's going to be simple. If you've got Chalmers, you put him last. That's easy, right? Anyone can pick that. But to identify maybe Walsh is the same sort of individual, someone who's a racer, someone who's going to come back fast. You put her at the end. I think America, we just haven't had the best 4 people either, or the best order. I mean, Torri was not the best anchor option, and Johnny Kulo was not the best anchor option. That, to me, is clear. I'm not saying they would have won otherwise. I'm just saying Australia have delivered not only with the best 4 people, they've done it in the best order, and they've had 2 winners at the end. Walsh controlled it. She didn't panic. When Torri Huske swam over the top of her with 50 to go, Walsh stayed control. It's so easy as a young girl just to go, I've got to stay ahead. I can't lose. But she controlled it, and then she come back past. Chalmers, on the other hand, he just went for the juggernaut, and he took it at 50 and just run away with it. But brilliant swimming. Brilliant. I think them relays really made tonight entertaining. They were the best 2 races of the night, and they've left me on a bit of a high, Kurt.
A huge high. And, there you go. Good stat that they won both relays back in 23. Relays take more than just the swimmers, like you said. It's a team effort with the coaches as well, and they pantsed them tonight. They pulled their swimmers down. The Australia over the US. They out coached them and they outswam them, and now will be a test for the US to see. You've got to regroup. You come back tomorrow off the back of that, really rough night one, and you've got to get. You're physically not well. Obviously, a lot of them are physically struggling, and then mentally now, how do you get up for that? It's a really tough ask to not lean in on that. We're all sick and we're all struggling. But yeah, this is going to be a really tough meet for the US to turn around. They can do it, but it's going to take something special.
Yeah, I just hope they get better as the week goes on. As I said, I'm all for like upsets and stuff, but I just don't like to see people not at their best because of an illness, an unfortunate circumstance. I'm really gutted because I like seeing fast swimming. I like to see the best everyone has to offer, regardless of what that results are. And yeah. Anyway, Kurt, I think we've got a long week ahead of us, so I think we should wrap this up. We've been live for an hour and 50. I need to get some food, but we'll be back again. Megs will be back in her studio tomorrow, and I think Nate's going to join us. He's on holiday right now, but Nate said he's going to join us for some of these shows as well, right? So, cheers for coming. Cheers for watching. I hope you enjoyed.
What a start.
Kurt, you've been awesome. It's great to have an Aussie as Aussie are dominating, and see you tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.